Hi guys, so glad you're here. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We're going to be doing something fun today. I hope you enjoy it. So here we go. Well guys, I hope you had a fabulous week. As you know, I don't discriminate when it comes to dolls. I don't care what's left, if it's whole or if it's part. So I thought that it would be awesome to do a video showcasing what you could do with your parts. I love displaying them all over my house. So I figured we'd do a few projects to showcase your doll heads, arms, whatever. So this one right here is a tin head. It doesn't have any eyes. I have a dish there. I think it might be copper. Has a little bit of that green in it now from age. Just took a handful of moss and I'm putting a piece of moss and kind of pushing it through the one eye. Now the rest of the moss I actually used in the dish, kind of positioning it around the head. Then I took a little smidgen of it. I'm going to use some Elmer's all-purpose glue and just stick it on the forehead. Not in any place in particular, just, you know, wherever I feel like it at the moment. Now I do have a butterfly. It's not in the best of shape. It is a butterfly that I found outside that one of the wings is slightly damaged on the frayed on the end, but it kind of goes along with the whole decaying, you know, display that we got going on right here. So I figured no biggie. If you're particular about it, you can always order one, but when you do a search, if you want a real butterfly, make sure you always include taxidermy in your search. If not, you will get fake ones, you know, in your search. Now, again, there's nothing to it. Just a little bit of glue, stuck it on there lightly. And again, this is one that I just found outside that lived its life and died naturally. And I'm going to take a large glass cloche and just stick it over top of it. And voila! We have an interesting display to look at, made out of a discarded doll head. This would be awesome also for Halloween, but again, for me, everyday decor. This is just a terracotta pot filled with just your basic, you know, soil mix. Whether you like Miracle Grow or something else, really doesn't matter. Here we go, and again with another tin doll head. It has the shoulder plate also on this one. And I'm just seeing how I'm positioning things. I grabbed a plant from the store. It was around $5 for a small plant. I love this one because it's in the pothos family, which is a low light plant, because I don't get a lot of sun in my house. So I'm sticking this off to the side. And I already loosened the soil around the roots. And now I'm just placing the tin head right next to the leaves there, just kind of tucking it right in there. And what is good about this is it is metal, so you can use an actual tea light if you want to. But right inside the head there, just take a tiny tea light and you can set it right in there, light it, and you'll get an awesome effect when you have the lights down, because the light will just kind of glow from the eyes, the mouth, and it just looks kind of neat. Now, you don't have to, but you could use, one of the battery operated tea lights, which is actually safer. Next, we have a small terracotta pot. As you can see, I've used it before. Another head. This one is, I think, maybe composition, but it does have eyes in it, rocker. And just sitting it right in there. Nothing special. I've got a little soil at the bottom there just to kind of put a little weight in the bottom of it. But this is an extra large air plant. And again, you can order these online. And I'm basically just shoving it right in that top hole in the head where you would normally have the doll wig, and positioning the little curls right around the face. Now, actually, I really love dolls that have cracks and they show all of the age. For some reason, I prefer those over the pristine dolls with their original wigs and shoes and outfits. I go for the ones that look like they've been dragged behind a truck maybe for a few miles. I don't know why, I just do. I just think they're fabulous. Now this one is in excellent condition. It's just a small German doll. Doesn't have a wig or clothing. Same concept here. You have a hole on top of the head, so it's the perfect place to put an air plant. This is just a tiny little air plant, and they're very inexpensive. So give it a nice fro. And I have a smaller one, even tinier than that. That's also a nice little cute German doll. And in that situation, I just took a fake plant, just the plastic, snipped a little piece off of one that I already had and just shoved it right in the head there. And I have them sitting on my windowsill in my kitchen, and I just love they're my company while I'm washing dishes. I just love air plants in the head. Look at that crazy hairdo. This is something I already had put together. It's a random piece of silver that I found, and I glued the wooden base up underneath there that came with the cloche. Fit in there perfectly. Have a little tiny bird's nest with some fake eggs and some feathers and a few twigs. And I thought, why not? I have a random doll head, and I'm just going to shove it right in there amongst the eggs, along with an arm. I have an arm that looks like it's probably not the right size, and just stick it right in there. Definitely interesting. Not your average everyday decor, and perfect for either people like me or Halloween. Fabulous Halloween decor. And of course, Halloween is the best holiday ever. My opinion. This piece right here, basically, same concept. I have some salvage pieces that I found, I think, at an antique store. And they matched. They were matchy-matchy, so it was perfect. The head just sits down in that base, and the lid I attached with glue, made kind of like a hinge. I would use a battery-operated tea light on that one. I would be afraid to use anything else. This is a much larger piece. I found that salvage piece reminded me of a crown, and because it was too large, I glued a little piece of cotton to the front and back of the head to hold it in place, because otherwise it would just kind of, you know, fall down to the ears. So that was my fix. These large doll hands, they are awesome for holding things for display. It doesn't matter, you know, what you use. If you have something around the house, I'm sure you can find something. But I've hooked this piece on here as an example of what you can do. And then I have another piece that, of course, says spooky. It's made out of metal. And that's another way of displaying something in the hands. I just have it kind of placed in there. And voila. Definitely another piece that's awesome for Halloween. This right here is my baby doll in my curio cabinet. And this is just showing you what they look like lit up with the lights down. So you can kind of see what the effect is that they give off. Much different than when the lights are on. Kind of give you a little spooky feel. Going over everything, I hope I helped you out with some ideas. I do have some more to share with you, but I just kind of wanted to go over all of them. I just love my babies. And like I said, I'm not particular. The more the more misfit they are, the better in my eyes. And I guess that's good, because then they don't end up in the landfill, right? As you'll see in a minute, I have them kind of sprinkled all over the house. And my family has gotten used to it, so that's a good thing. I have little babies in a teacup. Then we have the head back there, the one with the tea light. This one is just a head that I put on a receipt stake and kind of embellished a little bit. Here we go again. We had a paper mache head this time. Put a little crown on it with a little bit of crepe paper around the neck. Found this poor broken baby, and again with a receipt spike. That's in my bathroom. And this broken baby is just a head. It's a large head, and I put it in a little pedestal, silver pedestal dish. This one is on my memo board. Has no arms or legs, but again, I don't discriminate. We have a starfish that I turned into a frankenfish because I just had the head. Here we go again with another head propped upon a candlestick holder. And just some eyes. This was a more recent, thing. And we have a taxidermy starling on top. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, guys. Thanks so much for watching. See you later.
Nope.